Hari Om. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Pranams to Puja Acharya Ji, Swami Ji, Upacharya Ji, and everybody present here. And Hari Om to everyone joining us online. So today I am going to talk about one great Bhakta of a Devi. And when I say this word great Bhakta only, then his name will come into your mind. It's none other than Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So he was the great Upasaka of Kali Devi of Dakshineshwar. So his sadhana was so firm that he could actually talk to the mother like we can talk. So that was that at the height of that bhakti, one day, what happened, that a sadhu, a Naga sadhu, long jata and like stout, well built, he came to his door and he said that I am here to teach you Advaita. And Sri Ramakrishna goes and he welcomes him and he says, oh yes, I know, mother told me, you will come, welcome. And he's little confused, Totapuri Maharaj. That is Totapuri Maharaj. He's going to be the guru. And he's like, what is he talking? But then he may not have reacted, because acharyas and gurus know that when they meet new shishyas, they have some uniqueness, and then they think, oh, now I have to deal with this. I will find a way to fix it. So Totapuri Maharaj said, okay, I'm going to stay here for some days, and our class will start tomorrow. So come tomorrow morning. He says, okay. So tomorrow, the next day morning, they sit for meditation. And now, because Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was so much established in bhakti, that when he guides him into meditation, he slips into meditation effortlessly. And then Totapuri Maharaj asks, what you can see? He says, I see mother. Because he was so much oath-proth with love for mother. Every roam of his body was just love for the mother. And then Totapuri Maharaj takes a shard of a glass and puts on his forehead. And he says, take this sword, cut the form. And he was such a great bhakta. He was a perfect son, but he was also a perfect guru, shishya. The moment he said that cut the form, he just cut the form. And he reached that oneness that we talk about, that we read about in Vedanta, that one, ekamev advitiyam. Then he reached there. And Totapuri Maharaj was so happy that he found the Uttam Shishya, Uttam Adhikari, and he just went into Samadhi. For 3 days he was in Samadhi. And Totapuri Maharaj thought, okay, my work is done now. But an interesting twist happened. So when he comes out of the Samadhi, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he goes back to his normal ways. Like Totapuri Maharaj saw him early morning, he was doing again the whole elaborate puja, and with all ghanta and everything, he was doing bhajan, loud bhajans. And he called him. He said, what are you doing? He said, what happened, Maharaj? He said, didn't you realize the truth? He was a little confused. That didn't you realize the truth? He said, yes, Maharaj. Then why are you doing this adambara? He did not reply. What he can reply? But that moment passed. And Totapuri Maharaj went to his place, in the ashram only, Dakshineshwar. And at night, when he sat for meditation, something strange happened. He could not meditate. Now, he was a siddha. Meditation, like going into samadhi, was such a natural thing for him. But he could not meditate. And it was so frustrating for him. And like if you are good at something and you can't do, you are so frustrated. What happened? And then he thought, this body is the problem. I will give this body up. Ho gaya. Isko nikal denge beech se. And then he says that I'll take Jal Samadhi. So if you have seen Dakshineshwar, then this Ganga ji flows nearby, just beside the temple. So he goes to the bank of Ganga. And when he goes to the bank of Ganga, the water was ankle deep. Then he moves a little further. Still the water was ankle deep. Now he's almost at the middle of the Ganga. Still the water was ankle deep. Now he was little like baffled. What happened? What is happening? And he realized something is wrong. Then he listened the laughter, like attahas of Devi. And then he looked around and he could see Dakshineshwar Kali everywhere. Wherever he could see the Kali laughing at him out loud. And just she was laughing at her own joke, I think, well played joke. And Then he realizes and he comes out, he does the pranams and he comes out of the Ganga. And then he goes, next morning, he goes to Sri Ramakrishna's place and he sits with him and he says, you know, I think I saw your mother. Sri Ramakrishna smiled. As you know, he used to talk with the mother, so mother told him already. so, so he smiles. He said, then Todapuri Maharaj says, you teach me some bhajans of her. Then he says, okay, Maharaj. So later, when Sri Ramakrishna reflects on this episode, he gives a very beautiful metaphor, which explains, which actually resolves this knot which most of the people tie between Dvaita and Advaita. He resolves it very beautifully with an example. So he says that when Ramji went to Vanvas, Ramji, Sitaji and Lakshmanji used to move in a file, like in a line. So Ramji will be there in first, then Sitaji and then Lakshmanji. So for Lakshmanji, Ramji was his prana. If he doesn't see Ramji, then he will be like so sad. So now Sitaji is in between always. So he will walk sadly like down like this. Sitaji, as being the Jagat Janani, she knew what is happening in his mind. So what she will do, in between, she will just move side so that Lakshmanji can see Ramji fully and he will be happy. So like that they moved. Now Sri Ramakrishna interprets it like this, that Lakshmanji is the Jiva and the Ramji is the Paramsat and Sitaji is the Ishvara, the Shakti. Without the grace, without the compassion, without the will of the Ishvara, one cannot have that glimpse of the Supreme. So that's how he presents this beautiful thing, the beautiful bond between Dvaita and Advaita, and actually there is no conflict. And I'll just conclude this right now. And may this Navaratri, Mother blesses us all with that Jnana, Bhakti, Vairagya, and we get the Shraddha to walk the path as per the guidance of the Gurus. Thank you. Hari Om.